Parity is an amazing organization that is really helping to move the dial. What do you guys do?
Well, thank you for saying that. Parity mission is to help women succeed at the highest levels and the companies they work for to succeed also by diversifying, by bringing in more women and underrepresented minorities.
It's really interesting to think that there's an organization like yours out there that is helping to make sure there is more diversity. Can you talk a little bit about how you came up with this idea, you and the other organizations who helped to create this firm?
Yes, of course. So Parity was founded by 4 of us, women who have broken through glass ceilings in several industries, and we were just one day sitting around and lamenting about the lack of the pace of change, and just felt compelled to do something about it, and felt that we had built careers where we had leverageable networks, particularly of other talented women. And so it never made sense to us that companies were having trouble finding qualified, competent women, particularly for executive roles, which is a big factor in terms of moving the dial, as you know. And so we just knew we could bring our networks to bear and our commitment and our passion about it and our increasing intolerance of the status quo to help companies acquire more women and retain them, particularly retain them as we came to understand the problem even better. As we researched and talked to companies in the market, it is the mid-career retention point that is the crux of the problem for companies, because women attrit at those levels mid-career at alarmingly high numbers. And so it creates an unvirtuous cycle. So you have less women at the senior level, the executive level, less women than at the top for aspiring leaders to look up to and think, well, I can do this, I can have a career, I can have a family. And so you have to really, companies really need to focus on, and many of the leading companies are now, on retaining women and underrepresented minorities.
How do companies come to this point where they know that they need an organization like yours to help them?
Right now, it is, as you know, diversity, and the benefits of diversity are very much in the zeitgeist. There has been a catalyzing of the commitment to that in the last few years because of a number of things, but probably the biggest factor is the realization that diverse teams perform better. So there's now indisputable data, public company data, that shows that the more diverse your board is, the more diverse your management team is, the better the performance of the company. And the other aspect is millennials now, who are making up a large and increasingly large part of the workforce, are the most diverse generation that's ever existed. So they make decisions, top millennial talent make decisions based on how inclusive an organization is, how open a culture is. They look at what a management team looks like in terms of diversity. And so if you want to attract top talent today, you have to be able to display a commitment, and not just display, but really show that you're committed to building a diverse organization and having an inclusive culture. Otherwise, the companies that do that have real competitive edge, because that is where talent is going.
It seems to me that every city in the United States and beyond could use help from an organization like yours. So how do you scale? How do you get to more of these businesses?
So we have 2 primary ways today that we're working with businesses. One is in search. So we have a recruitment arm that focuses 100% on diversity. We never present less than a 50% diverse slate, which is pretty revolutionary, actually. And we have a database that is a proprietary database of 10,000 women and underrepresented minorities. It's 100% diverse by gender and ethnicity. And so we work with leading firms across the private equity, venture capital, tech, growth tech, management consulting fields, and we find and place women. The other part of our business is we also wanted to invest in this particular talent pool. So we run a professional development program called P3, which is a membership program, now has close to 1,000 women across the globe. Major cities are New York, San Francisco, London, LA, Boston, And they're women from companies, medium, small, some startups as well, join, and they participate in Parity Talks, so a monthly expert-based led skills-based learning experience on areas where women really have to develop stronger skills: negotiation, networking, rainmaking, designing your life, and they also participate. Every member is put into what's called a Parity Pod. These are monthly circles of women that meet with a very specific focus on workshopping those ideas. So they're not just socializing, they're workshopping. And we have many corporate partners, leading companies that are sponsoring and sending their women, future leaders, through our professional development program.
How does it feel to be moving the dial and making a difference?
It feels amazing, actually. It's actually the most amazing thing I think I've done, because you really are feeling like you're making a difference every day. And it's really important for the world to diversify. And the world's woken up to it, to the importance of it, to the significance of it, and is really more committed than ever to be part of this evolution. And so it's really wonderful.